The Chicago Bears, what would be the perfect pick for them?
The perfect pick for the Bears. They are helping out on the pass rush. They are drafting Mike Green. That is what the Chicago Bears are doing. You got great production.
There we go.
Out of Montez Sweat. Fantastic trade a couple years ago. Diminished last year. Everyone's thinking about the offense. Everybody's pitching offensive weapons. How do we help Caleb? You got to help him out. I'm not going to ignore that. But you're getting the Bears are starting to teeter in that lost in the sauce zone where everything is going into the offense. I know they signed Grady Jarrett. That's great. And they're trying to get offensive linemen. You cannot just be, we're pumping everything into this quarterback and hoping for it. You need to keep on rounding out the team. The defensive edge rush and the pressure rate, not great in Chicago. Get an alpha. Get a just absolute alpha on the outside. Help out the offense. Stop a couple drives because Caleb Williams is still a young quarterback. It is still an unproven team. There will be growing pains with a first-year head coach and a second-year quarterback who struggled in year one and now has another new coach. Help the guy out with a good defense. The Bears are better when they have a good defense. The Bears brought Mitchell Trubisky to the playoffs with an Eddie Goldman-led defense. You can replicate that, but with a quarterback that is capable.
My only pause with that is I think that would be a fine pick. I'm not in. I like Mike Green. I'm not in on him being a top 10 pick. I think that some of these other edge rushers have higher ceilings and
they're all
bigger
boring.
Plays against better competition than what Mike Green was going up against. I would argue like that has Marcus Davenport written all over it. Just a guy who's did great things at the G5 level, but then our expectations are way too high for him and it doesn't end up playing out. Come on, we got to admit here that this is the perfect pick. Ashton Jeanty for the Bears would absolutely be their perfect pick. Now, I have a fear that he's not going to be there. I think that Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson need to trade up. I think that they need to go get him. It is so simple. This is the stupidest, easiest analysis that we could possibly do. You have a head coach coming in, taking over a young core with a quarterback who needs to take a step forward, an improved offensive line, a dynamic receiving core, but the head coach that you just hired built his success by being an incredibly creative play designer with running the football. And you have the chance to have a home run threat, a bigger home run threat than what Jahmyr Gibbs was. Ashton Jeanty's potential is higher than Jahmyr Gibbs. Imagine if he had the chance to work with him. Caleb Williams would have such little pressure on his shoulders. He would have no pressure on his shoulders. And we saw how he handled pressure when it was all on top of his head. Ashton Jeanty or bust. Ashton Jeanty, no matter what, put it on the sticky note. Put it on the sticky note, Ryan. Put it on the sticky note.
What's my name?
No, Ryan Poles.
Oh God. I thought you were calling me.
No. I'm talking about Ryan Poles.
It's fine. I agree.
Don't flatter yourself.
I agree with the narrative or the process of help the quarterback with a run game. I totally agree with that. Tired of watching Chicago mismanage the running back position and watching guys peter out after 3 seasons to only find better success elsewhere.
But forget that.
Tired of it.
Forget that.
They don't maximize that position, Joe. They don't maximize it.
They haven't had an Ashton Jeanty.
They had a David Montgomery.
He was a good player who was on a middling to below average team.
The Bears are middling to below average. They are.
This is the best roster that the Bears have had in the last 10 years. When did they go? Maybe longer than that. Well,
I'm not sure it's better than that Trubisky roster.
That Trubisky roster was not that good. This team has the potential to be much better than that.
It has the potential. I'm tired of them squandering the running back position. He will be, and you know what?
Weird tropes that you allow to hold you back. These tropes about certain teams.
I'm aware of that certain teams don't make things happen. That's what I'm aware of. I'm aware that it doesn't. They hold themselves back, Joe. They get caught in ruts.
Things need to change eventually.
Yeah, keep on trying to force the change, but stuff doesn't change.
Nah.
It doesn't. I will be, hopefully, 60 years old, coming off of a first heart attack, getting way too excited at the end of the summer, And then
I hope you're not coming off that heart attack.
I'll be in my hospital. I'll be in my hospital bed, and I'll be like, oh, well, I just paid $2,000 to watch my team play. They finally figured out how to get fans to watch their own teams. And I'll be sitting there, $2,000, click. I'll be watching Atlanta, and they won't have a pass rush, and they won't have had one for the next 35 years.
You think inflation's going to be that bad by then?
I think we'll be lucky to be paying $2,000 to watch football when we're 60. I'm praying to God we're only paying $2,000.
You better get to feel like you're sitting in the stands for $2,000.
What if I told you it's only going to get worse quality wise?
Why do you?
But we're
think
just
that?
gonna. It just will. It has to, because then we're gonna.
You can now only for a fraction of the 2,000 for $100 a month. You can watch the game, but you can only watch it through a straw-sized hole.
We'll all be beamed up in the Vision Quest goggles, and
Sure.
iShow Speed and Nick Merckx will be the broadcasters, but it won't.
They'll
actually
be narrating
them.
it, but you can't watch the game.
There'll be AI broadcasters also. It won't. It
Oh.
won't even be like them calling the game. We're gonna lose the plot. I love football, and we should all love football and be grateful to have it in the state it is right now. As flawed as it is, it ain't getting better.